Alright, there we go. Hello, hello. Let me do a quick tester to make sure it's working fine on my end. Give me one sec. There's quite a bit of delay. Oh, I need to turn the game audio down, don't I? Because I left that up. That should be better. Is that good? That should be good. Just waiting for the stream to catch up. Yeah, sounds alright to me. Alright. Let us begin, shall we? Anyway, hello and welcome everyone. This is the silent protagonist. I don't stream very often, as you have probably noticed. Oops. Try not to move my webcam too much. Alright, so. Come on. There we go. I know I was going to stream originally at like 9, half 8, 9. I can't remember what time I originally set it for now. But I woke up really early, the cats woke me up, and I weren't able to get back to sleep. So, and I realized the patch was out. So I thought, why not just jump into it now? And I didn't jump into it immediately because I wanted to eat. Plus I needed to download the patch, which didn't take long. Downloading only took me about 10 minutes. So let's go ahead, jump straight into this, and have fun, shall we? Do all my dailies and stuff I'll do as well. Do a few summons afterwards. Oh boy, there's so much stuff. Wait a sec. Yeah, let's get rid of all my exclamation marks first. I don't like seeing all of these. Got mail. Of course, there's Apollo gems, which is always welcome. The shop. Oh yeah, of course, the new outfit. I'm glad he costs the same. No, he don't. Does he? No, he costs more than these. Jesus. Okay. Man, I can almost do a 10 pull, but not quite. Version highlights? This is new. Is this like patch notes? Okay. New weapon as well. Curious how we get said new weapon, because I don't know. Why does my adventure happen? That's no. Okay. A whole bunch of free stuff. I'll take it. I don't exactly know what these are. It's just, oh, leveling everyone up. Phase 4, and that's it. Oh. Just a whole bunch of free stuff. Alright. Maybe they'll add more to this when Dendro comes out. There'll be a Dendro one as well. perhaps. That'll be interesting. Wait. Tour guide, incomplete, story quest, hangout events. I know I've got hangout events to do. Actually thinking about hangout events. I do in fact have a new one, don't I? Yes, Shikino and Heizo. I'll unlock it now. I won't do it. I'll probably do that later. Because I still have Kuki to do. Or I still have Shinobu's to do, rather. But I just haven't gotten around to doing it. That's all. And of course, there is this. I'm not going to unlock it immediately. I'm going to see what else there is right now. I don't think there's anything else. I don't think any events start yet. So I guess I can unlock Kazua's now. And do that. After my dailies, of course. Wait. Let's do this. Let's do this test. Let's do these test runs. Just for the extra primos.
Time to go. Into the wind.
Wait, how have they got Kazuha built? Let's see. Freedom Sworn, of course. 4-piece Viridescent. I can't view them individually. So I don't know what kind of stats that they've gone for. I don't have Freedom Sworn weapon myself, so that's not something I can attest for if it's good or not. I mean, I'm sure it's really good. It's his signature weapon after all. It has to be good. Don't know where that fire came from. Probably the Hilichar. I don't know. Alright. There is more. Doing that. Let's do Klee's one. It's been a while since I used Klee. Oh, damn.
Steady as stone.
Damn it. Klee. I don't remember how to do her animation cancel. I know how to cancel her jump one. Well, not a jump one, a charge one. You just jump. But I don't recall how you cancel her standard animation. I don't use Klee very often. I used to use her, like, when she first came out. I used to use her a lot. But she's far too squishy. Like, she is a literal glass cannon. So, I didn't really stick to using her. No, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to claim, not try. Damn it. I want to test out Heizo before I try and get him. Let's see how he works. Oh, that looks so fun to use. How long is his charge up? It's actually not terrible, I guess. How have they got him built? Let's see. Winzif and 4-piece Viridescent. Yep. Not going Winzif myself. I'm probably going to use my Sacred Prayers book, my 5-star book.
Fracture.
Yeah, he is really fun. This just seems so fun to play. And that's what I like to see. I like to see fun. Wait.
Really?
Oh, you gain stacks as you fight. I see. Please tell me that's not a constellation thing. It's not a constellation thing. Let's go. Hell yeah, I didn't realize you gain stacks as you fight. That's why you don't always need to charge it up.
Bring it on.
That's so cool.
Keep moving.
Oh, he doesn't seem too weak either, and they've got him on a 4-star book.
It hurts. Hey.
So I'm hoping with the build I've got going, with the 100% crit rate, hopefully mine does pretty well when I get him. Yeah, he's fun. He is fun. I want Hazo. Okay. I've already pre-farmed for him as well, so I'm good on that. I don't need any Ningguans. I don't recall if I need Tomas or not. Let's see. Toma, where are you? I need one Toma. I only need one more Toma. Okay, so activate the battle pass. No, I'll activate Gnostic Kim later on, later time. They've updated this. Holy shit, they've updated this so it actually knows. That's so cool. Because before, I used to have to be careful what I did on Mondays. Because when the battle pass didn't reset till Wednesday, like it did today, anything that you can't redo, like your requests and your bounties, you can't redo those. So if you did those on a Monday and the battle pass didn't reset till Wednesday, you'd lose out on that for this week. But they updated it so it actually knows now. So much better. Man, that only took forever for them to do. Oh, that's good. So that means I never need to worry about waiting for Spiral Abyss. Because there have been months in the past where Spiral Abyss sort of clashed and I had to wait to do Spiral Abyss before the Battle Pass reset. So I didn't lose out on, what, 2250 stars. That's cool that they've updated Battle Pass functionality. That's much better. I mean, it means I still need to do my forging, cooking, which I didn't pre-set my forging. God damn it. Like my bounties and requests and all of that. Let me quickly go do all of the weeklies I can do immediately without assistance. Let's make 20 of them. I'll be back for that in a second. I only need to cook 20, but I like these, so I'll make 50 right now. Bounties and requests. Let's go pick up my requests from here, and then the bounties from Inazuma, because they are quicker. Unless they've updated these ones, but I'm not taking the chance. Requests from Glory, Helen, and Manly Jack. Alright. I don't even need to look where they are on the map. I already know where these 3 NPCs hang out. Alright. You want dandelion seeds? I have some still. Not loads, I have some. Take my headphones off for a bit, I don't need them on right now. Not until I actually do the Kazuha quest. It's too bloody warm in here. And annoyingly, I can't use my earpods with the PlayStation at all in general. And if I did, you guys wouldn't be able to hear the game because my capture card wouldn't then pick up game audio. And my TV's not Bluetooth, so I can't do that either. I would gladly connect my earpods to the TV if I could, but I can't. I would like a Bluetooth TV, but I don't need a Bluetooth TV. I don't need to get a new TV in general. Alright, to the teapot. Do my teapot stuff, and then I can claim my crafts here actually. There's my 20 crafts. I need more, but I forgot to farm Mora really, because I've been using my Mora. Oh, I won't claim this yet. The companion host, in case I get Hazo in my summons. I'm not doing many summons, I don't have many. I've only really been saving for a couple of days. Trying to make stuff that I don't have many of. Just for future use, you know. That's pretty much how I've been doing these. Alright, that's my 10 crafts for the week. Oh, there's new blueprints. Oh, it's the Dodoko stuff from last year's event. When we went to the archipelago islands then. Ah. I wonder when those are going to be starting, the new archipelago island. I just need Mora. Okay.
If you ever
I'll make those at some point. I don't have any condensed resin. Let's go do all my dailies now. And then I will claim my Battle Pass stuff. Take this off completely because Jesus Christ, it's warm in here. Oh, what the hell does Lynn or Vile want? Rather, not Lynn. Lynn's a different NPC I'm thinking of. Hi, Vile. Yeah. I've done this one before. Alright. I think this is just defeat some treasure hoarders and go back, right? I don't remember exactly. I think I've only ever done this one once before. It's not one of the usual ones I get.
Give up. Rally! You're open. Pull in. Attaboy. Freeze. Oh, you're coming through.
My Ito is not good, by the way. It's just sort of average. It's not even an average Ito, it's just an average unit. An average Ito does a lot more damage than my Ito. My Ito is still fairly new. And he's only in the party for the friendship EXP. I'm not a big Geo user other than Zhongli. So, hence why my party is full of Geo right now, because companionship EXP, I've only got like 7 characters left to do. 8 if I get Heizo, and Heizo will replace Ningguang in this party. Ningguang's only here because I had to replace Yelan, because I recently got Yelan to companion 10. So I swapped out Ningguang, I think yesterday or the day before. Get down. I didn't knock him down. I'm used to bows doing more damage. Usually when I have a bow user, they're pretty decent. Okay, there's one there and one up there. Alright. This one is... Oh, it's just to beat up a thingy, isn't it? One of those Eye of the Storms, I think they're called. Do I need to do my... Nope, I've still got 4 days on it. Cool. My... Oh, what the hell was that thing called again? Parametric transformer. That's the one. I know it's para something transformer, but parametric. I think that's just a made-up word, but hey, it's their made-up word. I can't say nothing about that.
Our bond is strong. Give up.
Advance! Bam!
I'll settle this.
It's showtime!
Damn it.
Everyone on me! Charge!
Good job, Ningguang. Alright, last one. And then I need to go turn the other one in one stat. Of course. Also, I couldn't really think about how to build Ningguang or what book to give Ningguang, so I just gave her Dodoko Tales just cause. Oh, and for the event, I will be using the 4 characters that are important to that story. It's just how I like to do things. It's how I like to play events. I will be using
Don't waste my time.
Mona, Fischl,
Let's roll!
Kazuha, and Xingyan. I will need to rebuild my Xingyan because she's not built right now, and I don't even know how I would like to build her. Not a clue. Probably DPS, because my Mona isn't DPS and neither is Kazuha.
Stand with me.
They're both pretty much support units. I like how my Shinobu does more damage, physical damage than my Ito. But that makes sense. Ito's built for defense, so he's really only good when using his burst. For me anyway. For me, he's only good when he's using his burst, not good for anything else. So close to AR60, man. So close. Really looking forward to hitting that, just so I don't need to ever think about it again, you know? If I don't hit it before Sumeru, Sumeru will get base 3.0, will get me to AR60. Are they ever going to release characters that do the same thing as these three, but for Mondstadt? Unless characters I don't have do that. Let me check. I don't think Venti does that, does he? No, he decreases gliding stamina. No, none of the others do that. I'm only missing 4 5-star characters and 1 4-star. What's this now? Event. Ooh. Yeah, when does this start? On the 15th. So Friday. At 10. Nice. Till the end of version 2.8. That's a long ass event then. Oh, that's gonna last a while. That's like a 6-week event. Jeez. I guess they want us on the island, like they did. Actually, the archipelago in 1.6 was that long as well, I believe. Maybe there's going to be a boss there. Ooh, are they going to do the same thing? Where there's going to be one of the Sumeru world bosses on that island. That'd be cool. Because they did that in 1.6. They gave us the Magu Kenki early so that we can level up and enhance our Kazuha. That came out in 1.6. I remember that. So I wonder if they're going to do the same thing again. Alright, now. Let's double check this, make sure there's nothing else I can do right. Oh wait, I need to do my third request. It was Manly Jack, right? Oh wait, Manly Jack. What did he want? Steaks. Do I have steaks? I have suspicious steak. He won't take suspicious steaks. Back I go.
It's a nice
Wonderful.
day, but I can't seem to shake this strange feeling. Let's just hope it's my imagination.
Every time. Steak. Cook. I don't want any bonuses. It was just 2. 2. I'm gonna need to swap to a Ganyu for my request, for my bounties though. She makes them superficially easy. That's not the right word. Well, she makes them easy, right? She makes them needlessly easy. Just almost pointless. There you go. Yeah, you won't take the suspicious ones, unfortunately. Give me those Sunsetias. I have like 2,000 of them, but I want more Sunsetias. I have almost 2,000 of them. Alright, to Inazuma. Wow, I'm almost capped on resin. I used quite a bit of resin yesterday.
We don't need an umbrella. Just pick up the pace. Be careful.
Yesterday evening.
No one wants to get struck by lightning.
Didn't I? I think so. I'm surprised I have resin then. Really? Bounties. Let's just do these. Invulnerable to Hydro. Perfectly fine. Alright, let's swap a Ganyu in. Or just swap to a part. I don't have a party with Ganyu in already. That's my exploration party, by the way. Oh no, let's swap out Ito.
What are my orders?
Way too far. Come on. Stop shuffling to a side. And it too high. Too low to hit him with the initial arrow, but hey. How much more is this one worth? Oh, it's only 30,000. Invulnerable to electro? As long as it's never invulnerable to cryo, I'm good. Same spot? Nope. Alright. Oh yeah, this spot. And it's an electro one, so I can't really only range it. I have to... It will come to me. Unless it's raining, but it's not raining here. Of course it's not raining
the
here.
sun's out. When did that happen?
Alright. Let's head back.
It is something of a luxury, but I love listening to the rain from the courtyard.
Oh, is this the fun one? Yep. I don't even need to move. Whoa, tiny bit. I love that one. Freaking Garnu, man. I understand Garnu can do more damage than that. But without any sort of elemental reactions and just straight up shooting from a distance, that's about what I do. But with elemental reactions, I can do upwards of 70, 80k on the spread arrow hit. Alright, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I need to use some of my resin. Let's go... How am I going to use my resin? I don't need to farm any well bosses,
Next on the
so
agenda.
let's just turn them into condensed resin. Can I... Not without... I'm seriously only 80 away. Oh man, from a 10 pull? That sucks. Oh wait. That... Yeah, I knew, I thought so. That lets me do that. Which lets me make 2 more of these. That doesn't help me with if I can get to 10, but can't really get to 10 on the first day. Not without like these two and possibly something else. Or an event. Alright, Yes, there is. I could just do single pulls, I guess, then. And I'll get an intertwined fate. Alright, so let's just do this to get the, I like that the Lost Prayer is there, but I'm not going to summon a Weapons Banner, because Weapon Banner is a scam. Problem is, I've already got these two characters. I do not care about C1. I'm just hoping I can get a Hazo before getting a 5-star. How far am I into pity? I'm not too far in. Let's see. 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 40. I'm 40 in. That's fine. That's fine. I mean, I've had 5 stars sooner than that, but I just want one Hazo, and then I can stop summoning until 3.0. Because I'm going to be saving up for Dendro characters at that point. I do not care about C1 Kazuha, and I do not care about C1 Klee. And I don't care about C1 Yoimiya either, so I'm not rolling on those banners for the 5 stars. I just want one Hazo. In the game, give me some luck. Save me some primos. That'd be nice. Actually, just wait. Because if it is a 4 or a 5, I don't want to skip it. Come on. I know I'm due a 4-star at least. Should be. In these nine summons I have enough for. Wow, are they really going to make me go all the way? Alright. What? Excuse you? Was I seriously at a 0? I was at a 0 and they made me go all the way to 10. Oh, what a headache. What a headache. That sucks. This doesn't even give me any goddamn primos, does it? Do I have to do the hangout events if I want to do one more summon just to get a single fucking 4-star? That's annoying. That's really annoying. Made me go all the way to goddamn 10 just for that. Oh, I wanted party. Need to put Ito back in.
Step aside. Ito's back in town.
Alright, let's go ahead and do this then. But I'm not going to use my friendship EXP party for this. No. Going to use my more power party for this. I call it power party because it is a single target shredder. Absolute shreds apart single targets.
So
It has.
many things have happened since then.
There have been a lot of memorable events indeed.
Definitely made some progress on our journey. So, where should we go today? Huh?
Oh, hello. Someone's coming. Who is this? Hi.
What's that for?
Hello. He's level 92, so
All right, let's convince him to calm down a little.
it couldn't lower his
So you
health to
don't have a
0
vision
though.
after all. Seems like I've mistaken you for someone else.
At the very least, you should make sure you've got the right person before you go attacking them.
The Vision Hunter Creed's done though.
Even when you've got the right person, you shouldn't
Yeah.
go attacking them out of the blue. It's dangerous.
Have you ever met someone by the name of Kaidehara Kazuha? He
Maybe.
carries a sword just like you. I've also heard that he possesses an animo vision.
I like that there's Yoimiya's little firework thing still hanging around me.
That's none of your business. Never mind. You don't look like you know anything anyway. I'm wasting my time.
Rude.
What the heck is this guy's problem? Coming around here, waving that weird sword in our faces, and he didn't even apologize. Seems like a real nutcase. Well, one thing's for sure. No way are we telling him anything about Kazuha.
Couldn't agree more.
Right? Paimon has a feeling, though, that even if this guy gets to challenge Kazuha to a duel, he won't be able to beat him. Anyway, just to be on the safe
Of course he won't
side,
be.
we should go find Kazuha right away and tell him to watch his back. Oh? What kind of hunch? A special connection? You mean beyond already knowing each other?
Fighting styles are similar, really? I mean, I only saw like one move of his, and it was a move similar to Mago Kenki, not really Kazuha.
Yeah, maybe a little. But then again, most people look pretty much the same once they start fighting, so that doesn't really prove anything. Anyway, there's no time to lose. Let's go tell Kazuha so we won't get into any danger. Paimon heard that the Crux fleet is stocking up in Rito at the moment. Let's look for him there.
Sure, if anyone would know where he is, Beidou will know. Of course Beidou will know. I mean, those two are pretty much joined at the hip. This isn't the Crux fleet ship. This is a fucking fishing boat in comparison.
Hey! Hello? Do you know where Kazuha is?
You're looking for Kazuha too, huh? Guess he must have done something impressive after all. Well, we took the small vessels into Rito on a routine supply run, only this time, as soon as we entered the harbor, we ran into a huge crowd of Inazumans, all of them wanting to know about Kazuha. If it's because of that battle on Nizuchi Beach, Captain Beidou had a great run there too, but I don't see her getting this kind of attention.
Yeah, this is
Kazuha
something
keeps
else.
to himself most of the time. In fact, there are times when he doesn't even listen to the captain, but she just laughs it off.
Oh, so you still don't know what he did?
I've heard bits and pieces. Something about him blocking the Raiden Shogun's Muso no Hitotachi.
Yeah, he did do that.
Is it really as big a deal as everyone's making it out to be?
I guess you
Really?
could compare it to that.
Wow. When you put it like that, it all makes sense. In that case, his newfound stardom is well deserved. He was called away earlier by some people from the Tenryo Commission. They said they had something important to discuss with him. I thought they'd come to
Oh.
arrest him at first. Turns out they couldn't have been friendlier to him. Seems like they really respect the guy.
Just a little while ago, this would have been completely unimaginable.
True, yeah, the Raiden Shogun's mindset has changed.
Guess we'll go pay a visit to the Tenryo Commission.
All right then. I'll just stay here. and
Kujo
carry
Sara?
on
We're
trying
gonna
to
go
fend
see
off the
Kujo
crowd.
Sara then? I hope so. I like Kujo Sara. And if we're going to see Kujo Sara, does that mean we'll meet Heizo in this story quest? Curious and curiouser. Alright. Let's go. Just walk straight into the Tenryo Commission headquarters. Sure, there'll be no problems here. What's up, Kazuha?
Oh? It's you.
Uh-huh. That it is.
Greetings.
There you go.
We were just discussing the repealing of the Vision Hunt Decree. Since you're here, you're very welcome to listen in on the conversation. We invited Mr. Kaidehara here to extend a gesture of goodwill on behalf of the Shogunate. Your hard work has secured for us the agreeable state of affairs that we now enjoy. Also, I've been granted the chance to correct my clan's past mistakes, and for that, I'm deeply grateful. The Almighty Shogun has issued a large array of directives aimed at resolving, or at least easing, the tensions that have built up over the years. The Tri-Commission has made the recommendation to use this opportunity to restore the honor of the Kaidehara name. Regarding the history of the Kaidehara clan, I trust that you're already somewhat informed?
Yeah.
In short, there was once a group of select bladesmiths who served the Shogun directly, responsible for upholding and further developing the traditional blade forging arts of the Almighty Shogun. The Kaidehara clan belonged to this class.
I remember.
But there came a time when some of these bladesmiths revolted and fled to Snezhnaya. Both the Kaidehara and Kamisato clans were held
Didn't know
accountable
that.
for lax oversight and entered a period of great turmoil.
Oh no, that means the
We later
Fatui
learned
might
that the
have
whole
hold of
misadventure had been secretly
the
orchestrated by the
Kaidehara,
Fatui.
like,
Attributing all of
blacksmiths.
the blame to the Kamisato and Kaidehara clans was neither proper nor just. Considering Mr. Kaidehara has once more made an outstanding contribution to Inazuma, the Almighty Shogun believes he should not only be rewarded for his achievements, but also receive recompense for the excessive punishment borne by his clan in the past. In the interest of preventing further harassment of the Bladesmith clans by the Fatui, we chose not to publicly release the findings of our investigations into these matters. We trust you can understand why this was necessary.
This is
So-
a true honor.
Yeah, Kazuha's
I am
gonna.
delighted to be in a position to receive the goodwill of the Almighty
He's gonna
Shogun
refuse it though,
and the
right?
Shogunate at
'Cause
large.
he's refused
However,
his.
would I be correct to assume that this magnanimous gesture does not come without some strings attached?
I can assure you that nothing
Because in
could
one
be
of the
further from
past
the truth.
events,
We seek only to correct a past
um,
injustice.
he refused to claim his family's belongings or something because he felt he didn't need them. He was on his own solo like adventure, so he didn't feel the need to have any of them possessions. So whatever it is the Shogun's going to pass to him, unless it's some sort of weapon or something he can take with him, I think he might refuse
With
it.
the Kaidehara clan's reputation and occupation restored,
Could be
the
a weapon.
Kaideharas will be bladesmiths once more.
I wouldn't be
And your
surprised.
wanderings will finally come to an end. You will be able to lead a safe and prosperous life in Inazuma City with the Almighty Shogun's blessing and full support of the Shogunate.
I have grown accustomed to life among the elements. I fear I would no longer feel at home behind the tall walls of a stately abode. Yet my ancestors did indeed take great pride in the name of Kaidehara, and the art of blade making for which it stood. I do have a responsibility to restore their honor.
I sense some hesitation in your words. Should you accept this offer, I imagine many of the malicious rumors currently circulating through the populace will disappear.
Malicious rumors? All we heard on the way here was so much praise that we almost wondered whether there was another Kaidehara Kazuha in town.
Well, to some, the Muso no Hitotachi is something that can never be defeated. They cannot accept the idea that Mr. Kaidehara really parried the Shogun's strike.
It took Kazuha with two visions,
also,
though.
eyewitnesses saw him using the power of Electro in addition to that of Animo. As a result,
Yeah.
the falsehood that Kaidehara Kazuha was using a delusion began to spread.
Right.
But that doesn't make sense. Using a delusion turns you old and frail, and Kazuha still looks
Not
fine.
necessarily true.
That is correct. However, to some people, the idea of a single person wielding two elements at once is a more inconceivable notion still.
I've got 3.
This is just one of many similar rumors. I am
So
very
it's not completely
uncomfortable with being the
outlandish.
subject of public discussion, no matter whether it brings suspicion or stardom my way. But perhaps if the Shogunate is willing to publicly support me, this situation will blow over more quickly.
This is precisely why I encourage you to give our offer some serious thought. It stands to benefit all of us.
Please allow me some time to consider. In fact, let us put this discussion on hold for the moment. Well then, what brings the two of you here?
Yikes!
Oh, you know.
We nearly forgot about the most important thing!
Why would such a dangerous individual be looking for me?
I don't think it's either of these. I don't want to say either of these. I guess I
No.
could say that.
This puzzles me as much as it does you. My fighting forms were taught to me by my family, based
Okay.
on techniques originally developed for blade testing. We undergo rigorous training to standardize every motion the blade is put
Makes
through,
sense
so
because
that
his
each can
burst
be
is called
fairly
Kazuha
assessed for
Slash.
quality. Over time, these techniques
Literally
came to form
named after
something of a
himself.
Kaidehara sword art, focused on blade testing, but with a full repertoire of combat forms. Those forms are quite different from the more practical ones typically used by samurai in battle. So it's hard to imagine that the similarity you speak of was coincidence alone.
All the more reason to watch your back! This guy was a serious nutcase.
Indeed. He sounds highly aggressive. Anyone he targets is at risk of serious injury, or worse.
In that case, I will send some men out immediately to search for him.
Thank you. I must say I am now very curious about this matter, and I will also need some time to consider your offer. I will first join the Traveler in investigating the one who attacked her, then give you a conclusive answer upon my return.
Very well. Please stay safe.
Come on. Let's go and track down your aggressor.
Okay, so we didn't see Kujo-Sara.
The
That's
detective
disappointing.
agency knows the most about what goes on in town. Let's see what Ryuji has to say.
We're gonna get pointed towards Heizo, aren't we? I firmly believe we're gonna meet Heizo in this story chapter. Or at least briefly, you know?
Up and away.
What's up, Ryuji?
Hey there! We'd like to ask you a quick question. Do you know if anyone around here has been looking for him? For Kaidehara Kazuha, we mean.
Aha! So this is the renowned Mr. Kaidehara. I've heard a lot about you. It is an honor to finally meet you today.
You are too kind. We are currently investigating an assault and would appreciate any help you can offer.
Oh? You were targeted in an assault? Let me think. I can't seem to recall anything of immediate interest. Mr. Kaidehara is currently the talk of the town, so there are always a lot of people looking for him. To be honest with you, our detective agency has recently been receiving many inquiries from people wishing to obtain Mr. Kaidehara's personal information. Some of them were offering us millions of mora just to gather the information they want. If these were more legitimate commissions, Sango would have snapped them up in an instant.
Millions? Of mora? Whoa! Oh, wait. Even at that price, you probably still shouldn't.
Please, accept my thanks for looking out for my privacy.
Of course. No matter what, we only take on legitimate cases. We don't make our money by revealing details of other people's day-to-day life just for the sake of it. Sorry, I got a little off topic. What I'm really trying to say is, it doesn't surprise me that a complete stranger is looking for Mr. Kaidehara. But I wouldn't know where to begin if we want to connect this with an assault.
Then let's put that connection aside for now. Have there been any other attacks or similar incidents recently that stand out as particularly unusual? The Tenryou Commission had very few leads. I thought you might have some information from different sources.
It's true that the commissioners aren't clued up about every little thing that goes on out in the streets. But typically, it's only the most trivial events that manage to escape their attention. If anyone had been out there attacking people, that would be assault, in which case the Tenryo Commission would absolutely get involved.
That does make sense. Uh-oh. Looks like the trail's already run cold.
I still find it difficult to believe that whoever attacked you hasn't been causing any trouble elsewhere.
Bro.
Few people possess your prowess in battle. So unless you were the first person he targeted, someone is certain to have been hurt by now. I am well aware of your talents. There is no need to be humble around me.
True.
In fact, I'm quite relieved that you were the one he targeted. It would cause me great grief to see someone become critically injured or lose their life because of me. For the poor victim, this would be a completely senseless crime.
Don't worry, we'll find him.
It seems you are every bit the selfless hero they make you out to be, Mr. Kaidehara. Surely this same concern for your fellow man is what drove you to fearlessly raise your blade against the almighty Shogun.
You flatter me. Truth be told, I don't know quite what came over me in that moment.
You are much too humble. Don't worry, I completely understand your concerns. I will try my best to gather whatever leads I can for you. Oh, actually, there was one strange incident over the last few days. It doesn't involve an attack, though. Let me tell you about it just in case.
Why didn't we say anything about
During
a strange
times like
sword?
this, the more information we
Maybe
have,
people
the
have
better.
seen that sword.
All right then. Recently, 2 people went missing from the city at around the same time. One of them is a pretty well-known collector, surnamed Nagato. The other, Amenoma Yuya, is a samurai from the Amenoma clan.
Amenoma. Now there's a familiar name.
Oh, we know that name, right?
Right. Yuya is the nephew of Amenoma Togo, the owner of Amenoma Smithy. 2 grown men going missing at the same time. Their cases are likely connected, but I don't know much in the way of details. I recalled this because Amenoma Yuya is also
One
an
sec.
accomplished martial artist who is skilled with the blade. Perhaps he is the one you are looking for.
I need to be AFK 1 sec. There's a phone call. That's why I've turned off my webcam, because my phone is my webcam. Give me one. Okay. I'm back. I'm going to leave my webcam off because I can't be bothered to set my phone back up as my webcam. It takes a few minutes to get that sort of ready. Plus I kind of want to lay down a bit, you know. It's really freaking hot, so...
Understood. Though it seems highly
Just going to carry on like
unlikely to me.
this.
I neither know this man, nor do I have any idea why he may wish to attack me.
Let's investigate both of them.
Hurt. We never know what
Might as
we
well.
might find out along the way.
It could
Thank you, Ryuji.
be tied
We'll
like
start by
to
making
what
some
we're actually
inquiries at
trying to
the
look
Amenoma
for.
Smithy.
Sounds
Yeah.
good. All the best with your investigation.
The
I'll get
son,
moving
the
shortly
the
myself.
samurai might be the same dude. I mean, that would make sense. No, not that way. This way. Oh, the smithy's like right here. Sup, Togo?
Ah, if it isn't Kaidehara Kazuha. What brings you here today?
Huh? You two know each other?
Of course he knows Kazuha.
Yes. The Kaidehara and Amenoma clans were both members of the Raiden Gokaden. Historically,
Yeah,
there
they're
have always been
blacksmiths.
deep links between the two clans. After I returned to Inazuma, I visited Mr. Amenoma to pay my respects.
So just adjusting my mic arm.
Yes.
There you go.
You may recall the story of the Raiden Gokaden from the Iridori Festival.
Yeah.
Though all bladesmiths trace their craft back to the same source, over time, each of us has arrived at a different blade-making philosophy, spawning the development of different branches of the same art. As an example, the Amenoma art strives to emulate the abiding patience and determination of water as it turns stone to sand. There is nothing mystical to our work. There is only practice, day in and day out, until both body and mind have memorized the craft, turning each motion of every technique into an intrinsic part of the bladesmith's life. As for the art of the Kaidehara clan, I believe it's called the Ishin art.
That's right. Ishin art strives for complete harmony between blade and mind from the moment that forging begins. For only a blade thus forged can capture and convey its maker's thoughts and feelings,
Curious, what
and eventually become an
content
extension
is
of
out
its wielder's
today
will.
exactly?
Indeed. Most samurai choose their blades, but an Ishin blade chooses its owner. You are, without a doubt, the most worthy wielder of an Ishin blade. It gladdens my heart to see that although the Kaidehara clan has fallen on hard times, its ideals and virtues are alive and well.
You overestimate me. My actions are guided by my own personal sentiments, not by
Okay,
any
so
noble
the
aspirations on behalf
yeah,
of my
Summertime
clan.
Odyssey, which is
But
the
let's get back
actual
on topic. The purpose of our
like,
visit today is to gather some
event
information on
doesn't
your
start
missing
till
nephew.
Friday
We hope to assist with the investigation.
and lasts until the
It
23rd
may
of
turn out that
August.
this case is connected to another we
Ow.
are pursuing.
yes.
Hidden Strife, which is
My
the
nephew.
Diluc outfit event
I
itself,
reported the case to the Tenryou
isn't on
Commission,
until
but I
what's
haven't heard
that?
anything back
The
so far. He
27th of
didn't say a word
July.
before he left, which
So
is
a
very
while,
unlike
yeah.
him.
Still a couple of weeks for that.
I'm still completely at a loss on what to make of it, but I've done what I
Alright.
can so far. Worrying is futile. All I can do now is wait for the news from the Tenryou Commission.
We heard that there was a collector involved in the disappearance too. Know anything about that?
Yes. On the morning that Yuya went missing, he gave me a very cryptic look and said that he was going to give me a great gift. I believe he went to collect the item from Mr. Nagato after that. The next thing I heard was that a fire had broken out at the warehouse.
Oh.
And neither of them came back.
Oh man.
Yes. Strange, isn't it? I wonder what could have caused it. Unfortunately, there was very little evidence left behind, so nobody knows what really happened.
What, and no bodies?
Do you have any thoughts on what Yuya
That
may have
sounds
wanted to
sus.
give you?
If I had to guess, it must have been some kind of rare weapon. Otherwise, there would have been no reason for him to get my hopes up.
True.
He's never been particularly interested in blade forging, but has always had a fondness for blade testing. and can sense even the most minute differences in blade quality. He is extraordinarily talented in martial arts, particularly when it comes to the art of the sword.
Truth be told, we have some information that you may find to be objectionable. The person we are looking for, he attacked this friend of mine. Based on the evidence we have gathered so far, only Yuya seems to match the suspect's profile.
What? No. Absolutely impossible. Yuya is not that kind of person. He is humble and kind. Even his training is done with the goal of calming his mind. He has never gotten into a fight before.
Yeah, you say that, but...
Is that so?
Yes. If there's one thing I can say for certain, it's that Yuya would never draw his blade without a very good reason. But, with that said, it's equally out of character for him to just disappear with neither farewell nor fair warning. I also cannot know what course of action he might be capable of if coerced or otherwise compelled by circumstances unbeknownst to me.
Yeah, like
Anyway,
a possessed sword,
should you
maybe?
find him, please let me know as soon
I
as
think that's what's
possible.
going on here. Maybe
You have
a
our
sword
word.
he found ended up corrupting
From the
him.
sound of that, Paimon doesn't think Yuya was the one who attacked us as well.
I think it is.
Yes. It sounds as if something happened when the two men met each other. Let's pay a visit to the Nagato household.
Okay.
Unrelenting patience and willpower to move mountains.
Oh, up there. Oh, right behind the inn. Alright. Sachiko Nagato. I wonder if they've got a relative
I'm
called
very
Yuki.
sorry, but we cannot afford to pay what we owe right now. My husband has gone missing, and I'm still trying to find him.
Not child.
No, you misunderstand us. We are here to help with the investigation. We'd like to ask you some questions about Mr. Nagato's disappearance, if we may.
Ah, I see. I thought the debt collectors had come to visit again. I'm sorry you have to see me in this dreadful state. Has some new information come out? Do you know where he's gone?
What we're looking for.
I'm afraid we don't have any new information at the moment. We're still trying to find out as much as we can to inform our search. With this in mind, can we perhaps ask some questions about your family's current situation?
For
Probably
example,
not good.
Paimon's struggling to understand why a collector would be strapped for Mora.
That's a long story. Ever since I've known him, he's been an avid collector of all sorts of things. He'd always get so animated when he was showing them to me. I knew nothing about the items myself, but seeing how enthusiastic and excited they made him, I was happy to believe that they were just extremely important to him. Everything was fine when we first got married, but as time went by, things changed for the worse.
Uh-oh, what happened?
He lost his sense of restraint. He started buying more and more things,
Hmm.
and even resorted to borrowing money just so he could pay for them. Our expenses really spiraled out of control when he started getting interested in weapons. It was awful. There were days when he'd spend hours down at the warehouse, admiring his weapons even as debt collectors were descending upon our house. He wouldn't sell them, wouldn't even touch them. Just sat there staring at them like he was in a trance. I'm happy he has a hobby, and I'm willing to support him, but making ends meet has to come first. I've tried talking to him about
Yeah.
it so many times, but he never listens. On the last day that I saw him, I gave him an ultimatum. I said, if he refused to sell his collectibles and pay off his debts, I would divorce him and take the children with me.
Oof.
Whoa.
Ouch.
And that led to an argument.
Actually, it didn't. Generally, He's a quiet man who likes to go with the flow. On most things, he leaves the decision-making to me. You must understand, I never would have dreamed of threatening him with divorce if the debts hadn't pushed our family to the brink. After I said those words, he froze and was silent for a long time. When he finally spoke, he awkwardly mumbled that he would pick out a few items to sell. His voice was so meek and pitiful that I felt an urge to take everything back. But then what? If I didn't draw the line, what would happen to our family?
Yeah.
Had I not indulged his bad habits, we wouldn't have found ourselves in such a predicament. And I also don't know if he had actually come to his senses, or if he was simply angry with me. The next thing I heard was that our warehouse had caught fire, and both he and the buyer had gone missing.
I see. I understand. Ame no Mayuya came to purchase a weapon from Mr. Nagato. During the sale, a fire broke out at the warehouse, and both men disappeared.
At first, I assumed they must have gotten into an argument over the price. But my husband has never been one to negotiate. He never even haggles when he's out buying groceries, so it's hard to imagine him getting into a fierce argument.
True.
Maybe he was feeling the pressure from the debts?
I don't know. He just disappeared after the warehouse burned down. Perhaps he's too afraid to come home now that all his collectibles have been lost in the fire, and he's got no way to pay off our debts. Even though I'm still a little mad at him, we're a family, and I want us to face our family's crisis together. As long as he's willing to turn over a new leaf, I know we can work things out.
Please don't get upset. There
As
could
if
be
he's
more to
even
this
still
situation than
alive.
meets the eye. If collecting things is a habit that Mr. Nagato had his whole life, it is quite unusual for this habit to change so drastically over a short period. But the information we gathered from the other side suggests Ame no Mayuya is also a mild-mannered man who would not be likely to start an argument. This situation is getting a little confusing.
A little confusing? More like completely mystifying.
We're gonna need a good detective on our
Let's try a
side.
change of scenery and see if we can piece together what we've learned. Rest assured, we'll notify you if we find anything.
Thank you so much. I just want him to come home.
Based on the information we've gathered so far, I can only surmise that the sales meeting between the two men was somehow the catalyst for their disappearance. The fire at the warehouse likely played a part in how the situation unfolded, though its exact role is a mystery. Do you have any thoughts?
Well,
I'm not
I
sure.
was thinking that maybe someone accidentally knocked over an oil lamp and, nope, never mind. Paimon's brain needs to rest for a while. Over to you.
I doubt it was an argument. Yeah, we're still missing critical information.
Right. I very much agree with you. It seems highly likely that we're missing a piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
Working off what we know so far, there are too many things that don't add up. The chances are that there are still some clues left for us to discover. One fact that I keep coming back to is that Ame no Mayuya is polite and well-mannered, while Mr. Nagato is introverted and passive. Neither seems like the type of person who is inclined towards initiating conflict. Mr. Nagato, being heavily in debt, is also the only one of them with the potential motive to disappear after the fire.
That's true, but I don't think that was the case. I think we should go to that warehouse and use our elemental sight. We can probably find something, some sort of clue that people would overlook or not be able to find.
The more I ponder it, the more puzzling it becomes. Just what could have happened there? Right. Although the time frame seems to broadly match, no other details that we've learned seem to link the two events together.
I mean, it's obviously the sword.
Amenoma Yuya lacks a key distinguishing feature of the attacker, namely that he is principally a practitioner of the blade testing techniques of Amenoma art, not those of the combat-oriented Ishin art.
Darn! We thought we could get two birds with one stone here, but at this rate, it's starting to look like a wild goose chase.
Let's keep going, since we've come this far. If we can solve the case, both Mr. Amenoma and Mrs. Nagato will be able to get some closure.
Okay, but where should we go now?
Let's head out of the city and check out the warehouse. There's still a
There we
chance
go.
we may be able to find some shreds of evidence.
I think we will. And I think, here's my theory. The weapon to be sold was that sword. That sword is a weapon of the Kaidehara clan. And that sword has possessed probably the swordsmith's son, because he's well versed, meaning he's built like a samurai, and that has possessed him and gave him the abilities of the Kaidehara clan. That's my theory so far. I'm curious how accurate that's going to be, but we'll see.
Wait,
Nundas?
I hear something ominous in the wind.
Oh! This must be another one of those sounds that only you can hear. As sketchy as that whole thing seems, you did put it to good use when we were chasing down that vision thief at Beto's tournament, so...
Now I'm picking up a strong scent in addition to the sound. It's right around here somewhere.
Oh.
But there's nothing here.
It's gone now, but I can still sense the direction it left in. It felt very much like that ancient presence in Inazuma, the remnants of the Tatarigami.
Huh. Yeah, that's not
Indeed.
something I'd expect to find
This
here.
unexpected spring of inauspicious energy may prove to be of benefit to our investigation. We should remain vigilant and approach slowly.
So it's an underground warehouse.
The force is definitely coming from down below. The source of the Tatarigami energy has long since left this place, but the residue it left behind still hasn't dissipated completely. Judging from the concentration, I would have to conclude that the Tatarigami source resided here for a very long time.
Mrs. Nagato said her husband used to hang around the warehouse by himself a lot.
It could well be that he was already under the influence of Tatarigami energy at that time. From what I've been told, Tatarigami does not turn all upon whom it preys into violent monsters, but most will develop a stubborn streak upon being exposed to the Tatarigami's unfulfilled will. Their interests become fanatical obsessions.
Oh, collection
Mr.
of
Nagato
weapons.
had an interest in collecting to begin with. The influence of Tatarigami could explain why he became an obsessive hoarder, amassing more and more possessions, even as he put himself in grave debt.
So what should we do now? Go down and take a look?
We
Step
should.
back. I'll open the door and take a look inside. If we don't open this door, we can move no closer to the truth. You needn't worry. Both of us have faced far greater dangers than this. Relatively speaking, the risk here is trivial.
It's true, but still. Allow me to do it, though.
What's down there?
Since I've probably got more
Things buried
resistances.
in debris. I can't see anything. It looks
And
like
we've
the
got our
fire
elemental
caused a
sight.
cave-in, reducing the entire warehouse to rubble.
That was too scary! Paimon was so sure that the warehouse boogeyman was about to jump out at us.
All we can do now is keep searching in the direction that the Tatarigami energy source left this place. 2 ordinary humans, entangled with the Tatarigami. I fear much misfortune has already befallen them.
Yeah,
Yes,
sorry.
let's go. If nothing else, it's vital that we find out where this Tatarigami energy is coming from. Quiet your
Okay.
mind and focus on what you sense around you. Perhaps you too will perceive its ominous presence in the wind.
Or, you know, elemental sight and all that. Or not. Oh, no, yep, just black smoke. Alright. That's a new one. I was kind of expecting my elemental sight to pick something up, but it didn't. Who's this again? Oh, that's Atsuko. Or is that's the fake one, right? Yeah.
From this point, the trail appears to split into 2. The main source of the Tatarigami energy continued on into the distance, but a small portion remained here and seems to be dissipating slowly. Quite possibly. Let's search the area.
Okay.
Whoa! Look at all those hilly
Oh.
churls. They're acting
Hilly churls?
really strangely.
Something seems to be drawing their attention. Let's take a closer look.
Rip them to shreds.
It's
What?
Look at this red stuff. What is it?
That's called blood,
the looks
Paimon.
of it,
I just
a
slaughtered
letter
a bunch of hilly churls.
written on a piece of torn clothing. The ink is bone dry. It must have been written quite some time ago. Well, let's take a look.
Okay. I am Nagato. I was wounded by Yuya. Okay. He took my most precious blade. I chased him, but could not catch him. I lay down here to rest on account of my exhaustion. I thought I might croak right here. My stomach kept bleeding. Oh. But it seemed that some strange power has sustained me. Why did he steal that blade? I was going to sell it to him. He even burned my warehouse down. It hurts. But for some reason I can't fall unconscious. So all I can do is distract when the pain is right. What will happen to Sachiko, Yuichi, and Yuji? Ah, no Yuki? God damn it. I'm sorry to them. What? I'm sorry to them? Guess that works? I don't know. It doesn't sound right to me. I really am. Only now do I realize how stuck in my ways I was, and how blind to my obsession. I must have been cursed. I collected all those strange and bizarre things, but they won me not one iota of happiness or warmth. Put all of it together, and it still wouldn't have been worth a single word from her mouth. Thank you. And sorry for letting you down, Sachiko. Aw. I think he might be dead.
According to this letter, a conflict arose because Amenoma Yuya wanted to seize a blade belonging to Mr. Nagato.
Right.
Yuya started the fire that destroyed the warehouse and wounded Mr. Nagato in the fight. Mr. Nagato kept chase as long as he could, eventually stopping here to write this letter when his strength gave out.
So, where is he?
Oh, he's dead.
He was not only mortally wounded, but also under the heavy influence of Tatarigami. Add to that the fact that its aura seems to have attracted a horde of monsters, and I'm afraid he may no longer be with us. Whatever traces there may have been of his fate beyond after this point, they've since been disturbed by the hilly churls. There's nothing more for us to find here. Yes, right now we need to uncover some more important truths. If Ame no Mayuya is attacking other people indiscriminately, then the longer we take to find him, the more people risk meeting the same tragic end.
Right, so let's get moving.
I wouldn't be surprised if he, too, fell prey to the influence of the Tatarigami.
Yeah.
For a practitioner of the martial arts, the easiest desire to inflame would be their pursuit of further power and skill. All the clues that at first seemed disparate and disconnected, it seems that now we know the thread that runs between them.
I've never heard of that word. Disparate. It's not desperate or dissipate, it's disparate. I don't even know what that means exactly.
I have a hypothesis that, if it's correct, not only explains the series of events leading to the two men's disappearance, but also zeroes in on the attacker's identity.
Wait, you figured it out? So these two cases are connected after all?
I believe so. But it's something of an outlandish idea. I will only be able to confirm my suspicions once we've met him in person. On with the search. We must stay vigilant. At any point now, we may find ourselves in danger. He seems to have stayed here for a long time.
Why here? Is there anything special about this place?
I'm not sure. But on closer examination, I sense that the aura may have lingered here at several different points in time.
Show yourself! It's no use hiding anymore.
Oh, is this him? Oh, it is. Hi, buddy.
Kaidehara Kazuha. It's you, at last.
Aha! So it is the same guy from before. What's your problem, huh? What could you possibly have against Kazuha?
It's the blade.
Indeed, there should be no enmity between us. If it is Ame no Mayuya that stands before us. But what if instead of facing Ame no Mayuya, we are in fact facing the blade in his hand?
Right?
Now that you mention it, it is giving off a strange light. Whoa, whoa! Surely you don't mean... Are you serious?
Tatarigami energy often lodges itself within physical objects, then works to subtly affect any living organisms in its vicinity.
Yeah, it's
The
been corrupting
blade
him.
has resided in Mr. Nagato's warehouse for many years, affecting his state of mind, and more recently using the sale as a means to affect, or rather as a means to occupy, Ame no Mayuya's body.
You're sharper than I thought. You've already deduced the truth of the matter. Many
Also,
years ago, I was forged by a famed bladesmith of the Ishin tradition. I was his pride and joy. In me, he placed all his hopes and dreams. As a descendant of the Kaidehara clan, you should be able to guess our greatest regret.
I presume it has something to do with the Raiden Gokaden.
Indeed. At that point in time, he failed to live up to the Raiden Shogun's expectations. In the end, all he could do was to flee the nation by sea on a ship bound for Snezhnaya. He was a bladesmith of great renown, a master of his craft. There was nothing that he could not accomplish. All he needed was more time and a little faith. And sure enough, in the end, he achieved what he had set out to do. All of his life's work, his wisdom, his skill, It culminated in his creation of me. He not only bestowed upon me the greatest of strength, but also endowed me with a consciousness of my own.
Why
In her
would he do
conceit,
that?
The Raiden Shogun lost not only the single most perfect blade in the entire world, but also an irreplaceable achievement in the art of blade forging.
So, swords can become conscious and control people?
The people of the time in which I was born never believed I had that kind of power. They saw me as a mere blade, a sharp and well-crafted one, but in all other respects an ordinary weapon. But that gave me the opportunity to take action. After the death of my creator, I decided to leave Snezhnaya and began my long quest to return to the distant land of Inazuma. Moving from one person to the next, I controlled the minds of countless hosts along the way, each bringing me one step closer to my ancestral home.
So
I
why'd
seek
you...
but one thing: to face the full force of the Raiden Shogun's blade and prove my power, the might of Ishin art.
So why did you sit in someone's warehouse for years? Why did you allow that then?
Ah, so Amenoma Yuya was not your first victim. Tell me,
Nope.
what happens to those you've possessed when you've finished using them?
My hosts? Who cares what happens to them? They are but tools that serve my mission.
They probably all
When they
died
got
wielding
tired
the
or
sword.
injured or unusable, I hopped to the next one in line. All I needed them for was to take me back to Inazuma.
You're awful.
After I returned to Inazuma, I decided to bide my time in Nagato's warehouse until Amenoma Yuya handed himself over to me on a silver platter.
Oh, okay, he
At long
decided
last,
to wait,
I'm
of
approaching
course.
my journey's destination. By Amenoma Yuya's body, I have found you, and by your hand, I shall defeat the Raiden Shogun. Kaidehara Kazuha, you stood against the Raiden Shogun's Muso no Hitotachi. There can be no other to serve as my host for what is to come. Now, give your body over to me!
Look, I'm sure many people want to say that to Kazuha. The way you said it, though, was a little bit aggressive, in my opinion. And not cool. Not cool.
Oz revealed. Busted. No.
I want some energy. And a shield.
Solidify!
Quietly now. Game's up. Fun's over. Shadow Raven.
Oh, no. You.
Fuse is lit.
Oh.
Do not stand in my way, or I will strike you down.
I wanted
too.
to see Yoimiya shred him, but apparently
No one.
didn't
You
matter.
lost.
Lost. I can never lose. It is this body that has reached its limit, nothing more. Even if you defeat me here, the one who falls will not be me, but this man. He is but a puppet that can be replaced. I can take a new vessel at will. The end result is the same. I will end this wretch's life before you can lift a finger. And even if I were to lose my physical form, it is but a small setback. My consciousness shall endure.
Then I'll
Any
reforge
means
you.
necessary,
Plain and
any
simple.
medium available, I shall return and fulfill my destiny.
You are but
Your
a
fighting
blade.
style. It is indeed the forms of Ishin art. But from your movements, I sense only hatred and arrogance, as well as a thinly veiled mania and despair.
Really? You can tell all that just from his moves?
As I've mentioned before, the forms of Ishin art convey the user's thoughts and feelings. Since the blade is currently possessing Amenoma Yuya's body, its movements express the innermost thoughts of the blade. If you ask me, the mania is probably due to your desperate, single-minded ambition. You believe I am your only hope.
Are you trying to claim that I am helpless without you? On his deathbed, he passed to me all of Ishin Art's secrets. The little that you know barely scratches the surface. In that regard, why would I ever need your help?
Because all of that is in the past. I've been wondering why you've not caused more trouble in all the years that you've been in Inazuma. If you are indeed a cursed blade that can possess its owner. Now that I've seen inside your mind, everything finally makes sense. You weren't biding your time. You were trapped.
Well, that was obvious.
After
Couldn't
all
even
the
deny
time
it.
that's passed, you have grown weak. To the point that you are now unable to acquire a new host without making physical contact.
Oh, that's right. Paimon remembers now. Mr. Nagato had a habit of never touching his collectibles.
Yeah.
Only when Mr. Nagato witnessed his wife's distress and decided to sell his collectibles did you finally have an opportunity to reach out to Amenoma Yuya and make your escape.
And what of it?
Well, that brings me to my second point. There's a despair in you that is so strong it threatens to overwhelm you. You were determined to fulfill your maker's ambition, whatever the cost. But this ambition is too grand and too heavy for you to bear. Each step you have taken has come at a great cost. I think you realized your limitations long ago. The more you clenched your teeth and pressed forward, the greater your fear of losing everything you had achieved grew, and the more you wished to run from the truth. But the way I see it, what began as an ambition has long since become a delusional fantasy.
What would you know about any of this? I'm just one step away from achieving my goal.
You returned to Inazuma to prove the unparalleled brilliance of Ishin art. But to make this arduous journey, you committed countless atrocities and showed a blatant disregard for human life. Even if you were to sever that divine light, is this truly the outcome that your maker would have desired?
You...
Sure, you inherited the secrets of Ishin art. But even as you made your journey to honor this legacy, you treated the ones who wielded you as mere tools to do your bidding. How could you possibly unleash the full potential of Ishin art when you act in perfect discordance with the principle of harmony between a blade and its bearer?
Silence, you blabbering fool! I must achieve my goal. This was his life's dream, and the very purpose for which I was brought into being. I will concede that you are most perceptive. You see my predicament clearly. But you also underestimate my resolve.
And you should face reality.
Easy for you to say. Facing reality offers me nothing. I have no need of anything that would stand in my way. Not hesitation, not self-reflection, and certainly not your so-called reality. It is pointless to argue further, descendant of the Kaidehara clan. If you wish to save this man, then offer me your body in exchange.
How stubbornly you stick to your wayward path. I do not believe for a second that you can challenge the almighty Shogun in your current state. So let us make a bet, and I will put your strength to the test.
He's gonna reforge
Surely
it.
you're not planning to agree to his demands.
Very well. Then find yourself some enemies with whom you wish to cross blades. A taste of my power will more than convince you. Once
We're
we
gonna have to
dealt with
fight him,
them,
aren't we?
we shall proceed to Tenshukaku.
And as for your end of the bargain, if you lose, you must release Amenoma Yuya from your control.
I accept.
Don't do this, Kazuha!
This is risky.
This is the only way to save Amenoma Yuya. If we don't do this, he'll forever be the Blade's puppet. The Cursed Blade's strength is currently very weak, and I sense he's hesitating. This suggests his heart is still not completely devoid of honor. The power of the Tatarigami lies in intensifying existing obsessions. This is the reason Mr. Nagato and Amenome Yuya fell prey to it. Since I don't have any similar kinds of obsessions, I should be able to put up some resistance for a while.
But even so...
Even if things take a turn for the worse, I still have you both here with me. We have a chance here to save an innocent victim. I am willing to accept the risks entailed.
Alright. You win.
Your disdain for me betrays your woeful ignorance. I agreed to this bet because there are things I wish to learn too. Now, take me in your hand.
Oh my. Again, there are many people that wish to have said that to Kazuha.
Kazuha?
Are we gonna have to fight Kazuha?
I'm okay. I felt a little dizzy at first, but only for a moment. It's all right. So far, this was as I expected. I will. Thank you.
What should we do next? Have you got a plan, Kazuha?
We find some enemies. Although this blade has endured much turmoil, it probably hasn't experienced many real fights. If a blade built for Ishin art cannot enter a state of harmony between blade and bearer, it cannot unleash its true power. If he wants to avoid reality, then we need to fight until he has no choice but to face it. He shouldn't last long in an intense combat situation.
Wait a minute! Paimon remembers hearing about something from the Adventurers Guild. Since the Takasukasa clan abandoned that secret base, it's been held by Ronin ever since.
All right. Please lead the way.
I thought
What about
he said he wants a real battle.
do with him?
The blade says he'll let Amenome Yuya trail us silently. Although he hasn't regained his own consciousness yet, he is not in any immediate danger.
Are we sure this is a good idea? It's a pretty treacherous journey.
Is it?
Okay, fine. Just be careful.
Wait, where am I going? Oh, there, right. I know this place. This is where we went for the Raiden Shogun story quest, right? For the first Raiden Shogun story quest, I believe. This is where the Kujo clan hid out once.
Leave everything on this journey to me.
Oh. I was wondering what the hell.
Let's get down to
One with nature.
Can't even use my own party for this. This sucks.
My lucky day.
Into the wind.
I take it we're gonna get this sword from either this story quest or an event.
How are you feeling? You okay?
I'm all right. The blade is performing largely as I expected. Having gone so long without proper use and maintenance, it's become very difficult to use. Though he's making every effort to persevere, I do not think he can last much longer.
on your mind?
How strange. Rather than trying to control me, he is instead trying to match my fighting rhythm. Let's keep going.
I think that's meant to be his true purpose. Not to control the wielder, but to match their fighting style. Keep pace with that person. And then it would like harmonize with them and become even stronger. That's my guess.
The wind knows me. Fallen leaves, adorn my night. Finally, it's my lucky day. One with nature.
Whoa, something's up with the blade.
It's
I
yeah.
can sense that his strength is slowly fading away. The blade is becoming more and more difficult for me to wield. He cannot hold out much longer. If he keeps persisting, he will likely break apart at any moment.
But what would that do to Amanome Yuya?
I will be careful with it. He also says he does not have any plans to give up easily. He's still trying to achieve his goal.
Mm-hmm. Not exactly something he can give up on, I guess.
Time to go.
Ow.
One with nature.
Fall before me!
The wind knows me.
This isn't over! Keep true!
As one with wind and cloud. One with nature.
Are you okay? It looked like you were really struggling the entire fight.
Yes. And it looks like he's reached his limit.
The sheen's grown a bit dimmer again. It doesn't look anywhere near as impressive as it did at the start.
Perhaps this time, we'll finally have a chance to see his true form.
True form? What are you talking about? Huh? What the? Is this the same blade as before? It looks like a piece of junk!
If you choose to continue in the state you're in, you wouldn't even be able to beat Samurai and Kairagi, much less the almighty Shogun. Maybe you did truly wield power to rival the Shogun's light when first forged. But the long journey from Snezhnaya back to Inazuma has left you battered and broken. It barely needs stating anymore. Your ambition is a flight of fancy. I finally figured out why it was that you agreed to my bet. You wanted to reach a state of harmony with me. For perhaps then you would still be able to wield commendable power.
Yeah.
But regrettably, we are nothing alike. I will never understand your obstinacy and cruelty, nor can I empathize with the one who made you. The only one who truly understood you had already passed away by the time you were born.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
There they are! Take them down!
Where do they keep coming from? Yup, we can help this time.
Don't worry.
Alright.
I'll use my own blade. It's just more of the same.
Alright.
The wind knows me.
So what weapon have they got equipped onto him? A fillet blade. Really? You're gonna make me use a level 90 fillet blade?
That hurts.
Hell, I'm actually doing more physical damage than with the other blade.
One with nature.
I didn't look at the other blade.
The wind knows me.
Damn it.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night.
with your own sword.
You are a true Kaidehara in flesh and in spirit. Though we fought briefly together, you have seen me for who I really am. No one knew anything of my story throughout my travels, nor did I tell it to anyone. You are the first person to know the truth. I thought that if I could achieve Ishin harmony with you, perhaps there would still be a ray of hope for me.
But in this too, you have failed.
Indeed. No matter how hard I tried, I could not attain that perfect harmony that your personal blade does with you. Too much time has passed. My physical state is poor, and without proper maintenance, I can only disguise my true appearance behind an outer sheen. Yours is the blade that took on the Muso no Hitotachi. And what a magnificent blade it is. Perhaps I shall never reach that level of glory.
Actually, this is just a generic blade that I picked up during my travels in Liyue.
What?
Yeah, it's just a filler
Forging
blade.
and maintenance are both
It's a
important for a
3-star
blade, but they are not
Liyue
everything.
weapon.
This blade has traveled the land with me for many years, and we have formed a close bond during that time. Plus, in the moment that I most needed it, I received aid from another power. Skill, blade, determination, and desire. All these must be aligned in the practice of Ishin art. There is something else I must tell you. Though your maker may not have been aware, your ability to possess your own consciousness derived from the power of the Tatarigami. Tatarigami is a malevolence from the ancient past. It is the source of your mania and savagery. Though you tried to cooperate with me while I was wielding you, the part of you driven by Tatarigami was constantly trying to seize control of my body.
I sensed it, but I couldn't change it. It is an integral part of my consciousness.
I resisted its temptations because I wanted to save Amenome Yuya. But I do not know whether you yourself have any intention of trying to fight it. I feel a great sense of regret for you. Since you embarked on a journey bound for a destination you were destined never to reach. The moment you embarked on this journey, you lost the only person who could have ever unleashed your true potential. And yet there was no way for you to turn your back on his ambition. You have known this for a long time. It is the true source of your despair.
He gave me everything. My life, my form, my consciousness, and purpose. How could I possibly deny him his wish? I said to him, "Do not worry, from here on I shall forge your legacy." How could I go back on my word?
Aww.
I believe our bet is now settled. I have nothing further to say.
Where are you going, Kazuha?
He now has neither the ability nor the motivation to cause further harm. Let's give him some time to reflect on things. When I touched the hilt for the first time, it's as if I was transported to a strange dimension. It was somewhere I've never been. A bladesmith lay quietly on the bed, his frail face barely visible under the moonlight. His breaths were weak, and his life near its end. A newly forged blade lay by his side, listening attentively to his final words.
Wow. That was the Blade's memory, wasn't it?
Indeed. While in exile in Snezhnaya, the bladesmith eventually learned the truth behind everything that had happened. The Ishin art had been dealt a devastating blow by the desertion of its best smiths. He spent the rest of his life in the forge, not to vent his frustration and hatred, but to atone for his actions. He felt intense regret at being tricked by the Fatui, but he could never again return to his homeland. His sole wish was to one day return his single, proudest creation back to the land of his birth. So he instructed this sentient blade to find a way back to Inazuma, no matter how long or how hard the journey. But he never wished to rival the gods. All he wanted to show was that they once shone brilliantly as blade and smith, that they were still worthy of being trusted.
So that's the true story. But after that, the blacksmith's intentions were worked by the Tatarigami, slowly turning his proud creation into the cursed blade of today.
Right. I believe the bladesmith might never have known that the power he worked with was that of the Tatarigami. The hatred within that power is what sent the blade down its ill-fated path. This blade has committed unforgivable atrocities, but only because it lost its original master. No one was there to correct its errors when it was losing its way.
Makes sense.
Shame it's too late now.
Yes, it is too late. Time would not wait or stop because of his determination. While the world moved on, his ambition remained stubbornly stuck at that fleeting moment at the dawn of his journey. He seems to have calmed down, though. Let's go and check in.
Okay. How you holding up?
When I look back at the past, I can remember the day of my forging like it was just yesterday. I once told him that I would pay any price to fulfill his wishes. Such was the debt I owed to him for giving me the gift of consciousness. But darkness and slaughter numb the mind. Over time, I lost sight of the difference between gratitude and grudge. Not only did I fail to fulfill his ambition, I also defiled it.
You are finally seeing reality clearly.
Since we agreed to the terms of the bet, I will honor the agreement and release Ame no Mayuya. But I still cannot bring myself to forsake his ambition. It is the entire purpose for my existence. So, may I ask you to help me fulfill the ambitions of myself and my creator?
Hey! Now you're adding yours into the mix, too? Jeez, don't push your luck, mister.
It has to be done in this order. At least hear what I have to say. And if you don't agree, I will still release Ame no Mayuya as promised. My physical form, as well as the knowledge I possess, should still be of some value to you.
His attitude has grown a lot milder. What do you think, Kazuha? Should we give him a chance?
Let's hear it.
Thank you all. When I was first forged, my maker was already terminally ill. He told me that he had wanted me to have the grandest opening battle. Alas, after that, he never rose from his sickbed again. Nor have I ever had the chance to prove myself in battle since. My fights were devoid of any noble meaning. They were merely the next step in my never-ending journey. The next in a long line of transgressions. You are a fine warrior. I would like to request your hand in battle and experience a true duel between samurai.
Oh? And who would be the opponent?
I will release Ame no Mayuya and restore his consciousness. Perhaps after that, you can convince him to commit to a fight with you. You must have plenty of reasons to both hate me and desire a good fight.
Understood. Then let's start by waking him up and seeing if he has the stamina and will to fight.
I see. He used my body to inflict harm on others. I utterly despise him and his actions. But since he stayed true to your agreement by releasing me, he must still have some remaining semblance of honor. If a duel can help to set this state of affairs in order, I am willing to put myself forward.
Oh, really?
I do not wish to be a mere victim in this story.
There's no need to worry. We'll vouch for your innocence to the Tenryu Commission.
Thanks for your help. Who knows how this would have ended without your intervention.
True.
All right, then let's move on.
He would have been caught
Ronin
and would have
could
been
appear at
tried
any moment. We can't stay here.
or killed.
In any case,
in
for
combat.
a final duel, I think we should aim for a greater sense of ceremony.
Oh. And what would that be? Where are we gonna fight? On a random beach. Sure. Greater sense of ceremony, eh? We're not gonna like fight in an arena or...
This reminds Paimon a bit of the Crux Clash. Yep, we still can't let our guard down. Even now, Paimon has a sneaking suspicion that Blade hasn't told us everything. Still, even if he's way past the point of redemption, it's hard not to feel a teensy bit sorry for him. Are you ready?
Ready? Okay. All right then. Successor of Ishin art, Kaidehara Kazuha.
Successor of Amenoma art, Amenome Yuya.
Honored to cross blades with you.
It is my honor also.
I actually have to fight the poor dude though. Wait. Prized Ishin Blade. It's a 4-star weapon, R1. When a normal charge or plunging attack hits an opponent, it will release an accursed spirit, dealing AoE damage equal to 180% of attack. Triggered once every 8 seconds, the damage done by this weapon's wielder is decreased by 50%. Well, that sucks. Attack 0.0%. Oh my god, what a shit blade.
One with nature. The wind knows me.
Out.
One with nature. Into the wind. Clouds high. The birds call. The wind knows me. One with nature.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you for the experience. Although he appears battered and broken, in your hands it seems he's regained a glimmer of brilliance. His sense of
Have you
savage
seen the
cruelty
stats on
has
this thing?
completely faded away. But that same sense of determination remains strong.
You also fought well. I'm sure he relished the experience. There are a few things that I shall leave him to tell you himself.
I must apologize to you for all that has transpired.
You need not seek my forgiveness, nor do I have the right to forgive you on your victim's behalf. It is too late for all of that.
I do not wish for forgiveness. I only hope that you will see my transgressions as mine alone and not let them stain the legacy of Ishin art. I strayed far from the straight and narrow path, but the Ishin art still has a worthy successor in Kaidehara Kazuha. I beseech you, please understand this.
Yes. I too trust Mr. Kaidehara to do the right thing.
Thank you, successor of Amenoma art.
This blade has also told me that he has another wish. He would like to visit the Amenoma smithy. Maybe we can go back there together.
What does he want to go there for?
I'm not sure, but I think that all this is about to come to an end.
Oh. That's a shame. But it's been a pretty decent, like, story chapter. You know? Learned a bit more about Kazuha's, like, family history and
It's Yuya.
what happened to
You have
his
returned.
ancestors.
I'm sorry to have troubled you. It's all thanks to them that I was able to return safely.
A prized Ishin blade, turned weapon that controls the human mind. Considering their forging philosophy, this was indeed within the realm of possibility. This is a great pity. But I have some good news as well. Ryuji from the Bonton Sango Detective Agency tells me that they've found the missing Mr. Nagato.
Oh?
Really? Is he okay?
Yes, badly wounded, but he will live.
Oh, okay. I thought he was about to turn around and be like, no, no, he's
It
dead.
seems like the final ending to this story is a happy one after all.
I think I know what you want to do.
What's wrong, Kazuha? Is the blade whispering in your ear again?
Yes. He said he wants to take control of me for a brief moment.
What? No way! Hasn't it learned its lesson?
He tells me that he's thought of another way to fulfill his maker's wish. And he assures me that he won't use my body for anything nefarious. I have decided to let him do it.
Ah.
Guess there's nothing we can say to change your mind, huh?
I can trust in Kazuha. He knows what he's
Thank
doing.
you. I will explain my reasons later. Okay. I am ready. Let us begin. Please, stay true to your promise.
My power is almost spent. Without him, my eventual demise is inevitable. But if I abandon the future to give everything I have in this moment, my physical form can be forged anew.
Everything? You mean...
Yes. The cost is my entire consciousness.
Okay, so the weapon is gonna give up its consciousness to be reforged.
You were right. There's nothing that I can accomplish now. But there's still a chance for Ishin art. Once remade, I will be a valuable resource for your studies. Ishin lives on, and its finest hour is yet to come. Even if I am not the one to prove its might to the Shogun, as long as it is an Ishin blade, crafted by Kaidehara hands, it will still fulfill his final wish. Thank you, son of the Kaidehara clan. Over the years, my real name has been forgotten by all. I'm ashamed to utter it, yet it remains strong in my mind. Kagotsurube Ishin. This name is now yours to keep.
Rest in peace.
Pretty cool looking weapon. Not gonna lie.
So, that's why he said it had to be done in that order. His consciousness will disappear forever after fulfilling the bladesmith's wish.
Kagotsurube Ishin. It was the first time I ever heard his name. It seems like deep down he disapproved of his own actions, and thus chose to bury this name deep within his heart. Only in the final moments, before his consciousness faded, was he willing to entrust it to another.
Seems like he really, really wanted to fulfill his maker's wish.
The same fervent ambition that gave him the motivation to keep going forward also fueled the stubborn determination that blinded him to the path ahead. Speaking for myself, I'd rather see him recognize and atone for his mistakes than see him punished for them. I understand. Perhaps this is a flaw in my personality. I've always been captivated by grand aspirations. Hearing his wish to rival the divine light touched something inside of me, just as the sight of those who fought to repeal the Vision Hunt decree did. Your quest to face the gods and trace your sibling inspires me in the same way. After everything I've seen, perhaps these pursuits fascinate me a little more than they should.
Oh, Kazuha.
I will continue to support you from this point on. Know that you will have my assistance whenever you need it.
Wait, shouldn't we also go update Kujo Kamaji?
Oh, you're right. We need to tell him about the findings of our investigation. And it's also time to give him a response to the offer he made me.
What's over here? I thought it would have been in the Kujo or the Tenryo Commission building. What's up, Kamaji?
Ah, you've returned. I hear that the issue has been resolved. Though this was a treacherous investigation indeed, we're most fortunate that no lives were lost. The Tenryo Commission has already attended to the danger at the warehouse. The investigation into Amanome Yuya should conclude soon. I do not believe he will be charged with any crime.
Wow, you sure kept your ear to the ground.
Then we needn't recount all the details again. Now, as to your earlier offer, I wish to give you my answer. Please take a look at this blade.
What's this?
Kagotsurube Ishin, a weapon crafted using a long-lost blade forging art of the Kaidehara clan. By means of a series of fortuitous events, I was able to recover and restore him. I also promised him that I will continue to study and pass on the secrets of Ishin art. And so, it looks like I will likely continue with my journey across the nations, learning more about this blade as I go.
I see. I understand.
The Kaidehara clan has always been a family of bladesmiths, so it is only proper for me to continue on this path. Were I to accept your goodwill, I may find myself embroiled in conflicts between the shogunate and Sangonomiya. That would not suit me.
You misunderstand. That was most certainly not our intent.
I am aware, but I still desire to continue walking my own path.
Very well, I can understand. Then let's pretend this offer was never raised. However, if you should ever change your mind or find yourself in need of the Shogunate's assistance, please do not hesitate to inform me.
Great. Thank you for your generosity.
Where will you travel to next, Kazuha?
I'll probably take to the seas with Captain Beto again for now.
For a second there, I thought he was going to say, oh, I'm going to Sumeru. Want to come with? Because we haven't even settled on how we're getting to Sumeru.
As for my next destination,
Oh.
let's see where the wind takes me.
Okay. That was a good chapter. I really liked that chapter. That was nice. We did get a 4-star blade. Yo, let's go. Where is it? Max Refined. same ability, attack percent, no half damage bullshit. I like this. I don't know who I'm going to give it to. I don't know exactly how or when I'm going to level it. But hey, I should have enough for another wish. I'm guaranteed my 4-star here. Come on, Hazo. I just want one of you. Please. Please, 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 please. Come on. Come on. That's a fucking book. God damn it. I've still got one more wish in me. Otherwise, I have to wait. God damn it. Fucking damn it. At least my next 4-star will be one of those 3 characters. Because there is a pity system. Like the 5-star pity system, but for 4 stars. I got an off-banner 4-star, which means my next 4-star will be an on-banner 4-star. And let's just hope it's Hazer, because I don't need Ningguang. I've got C6 Ningguang. And I've got a C5 Toma, so that's... Toma wouldn't be the worst thing, but at the same time, I just want a single Hazer. It's gonna have to wait. God damn it. God fucking damn it. Because even if I do my hangout events, that's what? 60, 120 primos, I believe. Yeah, it's just 120 primos. That's really not much at all. It's not enough to do another wish. Because I've only got like, what? 1 primo gem left. Okay. So. I'm probably going to call the stream here. Because I've really not got anything to do right now. I could do my hangout events, but I'm probably going to save them or record them separately and upload separately. I was really hoping to get a Hazo today. I know the odds of getting a Hazo in, what, 11 wishes was really, really low, but hey. Alright, so just make sure I have done absolutely everything that I can do for now. Spiral Abyss resets in a few days, so I can't do that today. I can't really do all of that. I can do that one today, but what does that get me? A little bit of Mora. What to do? Alright, so thank you all for joining me then, I guess. There's nothing really else for me to do right now. So, again, thanks for joining me, and I will see you next time. I have no idea when. Probably Friday, actually. I'll probably stream again Friday for the actual summer event. Whatever that's called. The summer festival or something. I don't know. That event. You know, the one with Fischl and Mona and Xinyan, which I will hopefully have my Xinyan built by then. Again, I still don't know what build to go for. It will probably have to be DPS build. I used to have a DPS build Xinyan a long time ago. I used to main Xinyan. I don't remember when. I think that was before Hu Tao came out. And then I swapped to Hu Tao. And I've been a Hu Tao main since. I'm using Yoimiya in this party because Yoimiya pairs with Yelan and Fischl very, very well. Hu Tao does not pair with Yelan well because Hu Tao is charge attacks. Charge attacks do not trigger Yelan's burst abilities. So that's why. But anyway, I digress. I'm rambling. I will see you guys Friday. Take care, everyone.